And go.
Threading your machine. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you have the equipment you need. So you need a spool of thread and a bobbin with thread on it also. You're going to turn your machine on. It helps you to see what you're doing. And before I start, I'm going to show you a couple of things on the top of the machine. There is, this is your pin that your spool of thread will go on, and your spool holder. We'll talk about that in a minute. And your thread guides, which are numbered. So you can see those at the top that are numbered. So you will take off your spool holder and put your thread onto the pin. And then this helps to hold it in place, and you want to make sure this flat side is towards the spool. That helps keep it in place and keep your thread steady. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to just follow the thread guides. They have arrows and numbers. The first one is up here at the top. You'll go behind it, and your first thread guide number 1 is here on the right. You just come right down through the guide. Number 2 tells you to loop back up to the left, and you want to make sure that your take-up lever is up here at the top so that you can see it. To put your thread through the take-up lever, you need to put it to the right of the take-up lever, around the back, and just give it a little tug, and it'll go right through the hole of the take-up lever, which is right here. You're going to come back through thread guide number 4, here on the left, and this puts your thread right up on top of your needle. Before you thread your needle, however, there is a little hook to the side on the left, and you'll need to go, it's kind of a square hook, you'll need to go around behind it to hook your thread into that little hook at the top of your needle. The next thing you'll do is then thread your needle, and you need to thread it from the front to the back. This is probably one of the tougher things to do. If I'm having trouble, sometimes a little trick I'll do is take my scissors, just cut off a little end so that I have kind of a sharper, if you want to call it that, piece of thread to thread through the needle. I'm going to grab it at the back and pull it all the way through so that it's hanging off the back of the machine. Okay? The next thing that you're going to do is put your bobbin into the bobbin case. So you're going to need to open the case, take the lid off, and your bobbin, you want it to look like the letter P. So you've got the top, and then this would be the stem. You're going to lay it into the bobbin case in that particular way. I do want to show you on the bobbin case, there is a little slice right between these two pieces of metal. That is going to be where you lay the thread. So you're going to lay the bobbin in, the thread lays into that little slice, and if you just pull it over to the left, it will hook in there. And so you have your bobbin thread and your top thread, which is your spool. The next thing you need to do is take a hold of your spool thread and hold it kind of tightly. You're going to turn your machine, so you're going to turn your handle towards you one time. So the needle will go down and all the way back up, and then you just give a little tug. Actually, your presser foot, make sure that's up. Give a little tug on your top thread, and you can see that the bobbin thread came right up through. You're going to grab that bobbin thread, pull both threads up, down through the center of the presser foot, and to the back of the machine. The last thing you'll do is put your lid back on your bobbin case, and you're ready to sew.